Hey. Give me a second. Now, why the hell don't my work yet? Here we go. There we go. Hey, y'all. Perfect. All right, got it. Okay, perfect. Hello. Thank you. Hey, Miss Jamie. Thank you, boo. Hey, Lance, Matthew, Roland. Hey. True Intuition, Carmelita, Nicole, Ruth, Gina. How y'all doing? All right, let's see. Okay. Hey, y'all. Okay, here we go. Thank you. Hey, Amir. Big Sky. Hey, y'all. Miss Blacklisted. What's up, boo? All right, let's get into this read. Welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afrozen. And today I'm reading for the Beautiful Handsome Collective. Hello, Collective. Hi, Collective. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yeah, one more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yeah, you get some. Get your flowers. You get some. And you get some. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to book a private reading with me or to shop in my store. All that information is in the description box below. Okay. Also, don't forget to grab a copy of this book here. Okay. Shameless plug. I created this book for myself and others that may have went through some form of experience surrounding narcissism. Okay. The book is called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. It is readily available for purchase on Amazon. All you have to do is just look up the title, Wisdom Beyond Wounds, and you will see that. Also with other books that I've also had published as well too. Okay, so thank you so much for your immense support. I also have Ink and Emotions, which is a poetry journal as well too. Okay, so thank you so much for supporting my publications. It is truly appreciated. Okay, if you're wanting to be on the podcast as well, spots are filling up very quickly. I think we're now closing out October slots. So I'm going to keep it open till maybe about the end of the year, maybe about to December or so. So if you're interested and if you're serious, one thing, and let me just explain this. One thing I don't like to play with is my time. Okay. I am very, very strict when it comes to my time. I would never, ever, ever disrespect your time, and I would never, ever waste your time. So please make sure this is something that you truly want to do. Make sure that you're very serious when you're coming, you're wanting to do the podcast here, because I'm serious. Okay. So I'm only looking for serious inquiries only. Okay. If you can't do it, then take some time when you're able to do, or if you're wanting to do the podcast, just make sure that you have time to sit down and do, be able to connect with the podcast. Okay. I think that's very fair. So yeah, I don't like my time to be messed up or misconstrued or played with. Nah, So just gonna be real with you. Okay, but if you're interested, you're more than welcome to fill out the form. There is a form that needs to be filled out here so I can get a little bit more information, insight, and background in regards to your story. And that's going to help us together work together to help to tell your story on the podcast. Okay, the podcast name is Wisdom Beyond Wounds. You can look all through my social media accounts as well to see. I have posted links and pictures of it, so you'll be able to reach out, or you can email me as well too, however way you feel fit for you to do that. But I do still have some open spots left. Okay, and I'm going to push it out until the end of December. September is already filled, So I'm looking for October, November, and December. Okay, so if you're interested, reach out, and then we can move from there. We can move further from there. Okay, so now I got that out the. Oh wait, I got a Wisdom Beyond Wounds Facebook group as well too. Okay, so if you're interested, make sure you are connecting with us in the group on Facebook. It's also called Wisdom Beyond Wounds. As I mentioned before, this is going to be a movement for healing, something that I'm very, very, very passionate about. And yeah, I'm just ready to just push this movement in a very, very, very beautiful and positive way. Okay. So now I got that out the way, let's get started. So channel message here is they feel taunted by you. Okay. So I was in my meditative state last night and I kept hearing the song Brandy Sitting Up in My Room. I don't know if you guys remember that video or so, but Sitting Up in My Room was basically, she was sitting in her room and she was having a lot of like visions and a lot of like thoughts about just her day-to-day and things of that nature. And I feel like you've actually brought someone to their knees in regards to that. You have someone actually sitting up in their room, or more so they can't shake the illusions that they keep trying to push off as real, if that makes sense. Hey, South Africa, hey. So with that being said here, since their mind is very warped or is becoming much more distorted here, they feel like you're taunting them. Now, laughing, as I mentioned before, is very therapeutic and very healing. And I do feel like that this individual group of people here have been watching you quietly on social media, and they're seeing that you are doing great things for self, okay? Or you're on the verge of doing great things for self. So they're taking that as a form of you mocking them or taunting them because they weren't able to put you in a space or a state of being in a demise, okay? They weren't able to regress you back. They weren't able to stop your flow of things, if that makes sense. So it's actually a way narcissistic individuals love to guilt trip or intimidate others into silence so they can avoid accountability. And they're trying to avoid accountability like the plague, because they know that once they accept the accountability, that they know that they're going to be, so basically it's just going to be too much for them to handle. So they can do all what they want to do. They can be negligent. They could be negative. They could be chaotic. They could be very destructive in nature here. But the moment that things are being, the mirror is being pushed in their face for them to see, they're not able to hold themselves accountable. It actually makes them sick to even have the thoughts of them holding themselves accountable. Sick to like an actual physical sick, if that makes sense here. So more so reality, you're not really taunting them. It's just your glow up or just your happy positivity that you may exude, or, you may present to the world here. But they feel like your positivity, whether you're bubbly or just a positive person, just take it how it resonates, but just overall positivity here is just too much for them to handle. So yet again, you're trying to dodge accountability to make you look like the bad guy. But if you're the one that's happy and smiling and glowing and doing great things for yourself, how are you at fault for laughing and smiling and wanting great things for yourself? If that makes sense, it just doesn't make sense. But so that's what's happening here. So as I mentioned, you brought somebody to their knees here, and this is something that they never would expect it from anyone, more so from the likes, and I put that in quotation marks, okay? From the likes of you, that kind of way. They always perceived you as very weak or weak-minded because you're very quiet. You didn't say things when you needed to say things. You just kept everything bottled in, or you just waited for the right time to say however way you need to feel or, state here. And they just really thought that there was just something really off with you or wrong with you. But in reality, everything is off and wrong with them. They're the one that's losing their mind, not you. They're the one that's on the southbound express train to Karmicville. Staying clear of the closing doors, please. So Jamie Knowles says on YouTube, they should be ashamed of themselves, all of them. They can't. They can't even bring shame. You brought the shame to them. Well, they're the one that created the shame. You showed them the shame that they created, and they can't stand the shame that they created. So they can't even, respectfully, of course, they can't they can't find shame in that. They're trying to run away from what they've done. And every time they keep running away, it just keeps metastasizing bigger and bigger and larger and larger. I'm hearing Grande. So someone, you may love Ariana Grande, or you may love Starbucks. Grande or Venti, okay? Or maybe you just went to Starbucks, or you're thinking about going to Starbucks. Well, there's something about Starbucks, okay? Or maybe that was your first job. Maybe you're a barista. Maybe you're wanting to own or co-owner a barista, or you could be getting into coffee. There's something surrounding coffee beans with you could wanting to invest into coffee, okay? Or you may love coffee, but yet again, take it how it resonates. So there are a lot of repercussions here, okay, with pawn. So actually they were the pawn in their own game. They were. They sure were. They were their own pawn in their own game here. And they can't get out their game. They don't have an emergency button to stop this game. They don't have any avenues or other outlets or paths to get out of the game. They have to be stuck or in the game, or they feel stuck in the game because they refuse to acknowledge it for what it is, a game. It's a deadly game. And they're in this game that they can't get out of. Hey. That's great. They're a pawn in their own game. And you checkmate the fuck out of them. You checkmate the hell out of them, man. That's crazy. Angelic protection is here, okay? If you feel that you're not protected, that's not true. I just keep hearing, I don't feel protected. I don't feel this might not even be the collective, honestly, because I feel like you guys are coming into your power. You feel very empowered to step into your confidence or into who you are. So I surely don't feel this is you. I feel like this is them. They're asking for angelic protection, or they're asking for some form of, we'll just say, higher source of energy here, to look for some form of like redemption, and they're not getting it. They've been redeemed too many times, and every time they were redeemed to fix their life or to shift their life or to change their life in a different way, they refuse to do it. So there's no more redemption, or they can't redeem themselves until they hold themselves accountable for what they did. And because they refuse to do that, that stress is eating away at them. Oh, well, it is what it is. How y'all doing today on this good Tuesday? What y'all had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Because I have people that watch me from all over the world. What y'all eat today? For dinner, for me, I'm gonna make me some baked roasted chicken. Yes, with some veggies on the side. Okay. So we have a group chat here. Oh, okay. Interesting. Group chats, and we have viral here. So it seems like someone that was in the group chat here is going to, or has screenshot some really, really damning evidence. Yeah. Surrounding this whole ploy, this whole situation here. Wow. I do feel like it's a form of a payback here, because there's a third party that's popping up here. This third party feels like they're more so a copycat towards you here. They're trying to emulate who you are, your style, down to how you talk, you walk, etc., things of that nature here, but it's not working. So they're trying to use this as a form of leverage, because there's someone here that's trying to come back towards you as a form of a safety net here, and it's not working. And the third party here realized that this person is putting all of their time and effort to get your attention, and it's not working. You really stifled this person's energy. You stifled, well, I mean, they never had any energy, but you just stifled their BS. So you put them in a space of suspension, or they feel stagnant, or they feel still in time. Okay, so they're trying to get out of this time, or they're trying to get out of this, we'll just say this closing. It's like a cave. What's the name of that movie? Indiana Jones. Or Laura Croft. Laura Croft was what's that Tomb Raiders. Yeah, if you ever played Tomb Raiders or saw the movie Tomb Raiders, but we'll talk about the actual game. Tomb Raiders was very strategic, and you had to make sure that you were able to time certain parts of the game to ensure that Laura doesn't, she doesn't get hurt. And she went deep into really, really depths of caves, and she was met with a lot of surprises, like bears and tigers, and things like that, birds and hogs. If you guys remember Tomb Raider on PlayStation 1, I know it's a very, very older archaic game, but it all makes sense here. And I just feel like that this person created some form of a, we'll just say like a cave here where they thought that they had all of the booby traps set for you, and it basically set it up for them. So that's the plot twist here. And this third party or copycat is seeing this here, that this person never wanted them. They just used them to get to you. They use them to make you feel some type of way, or they use them to kind of make you feel like, oh my God, this person was another person. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, what was me in that kind of way? And when you realize what it was like, oh, that's what that is. Like, it didn't really phase you in the way that they anticipate here. So it put them in this downward spiral. They became the pawn in their own game here, and they're suffering some really severe repercussions here, and they don't know how to get out of this. Also, I saw my meditative state yesterday is that I saw someone again trying to go to the police. Yeah, actually, but they went to a different like precinct or different city, or actually it's different town. It's like they skipped lines or they skipped borders. So take that how that resonates. It could be they skipped a city, they skipped a town, or they skipped a state to make another report in a different area or vicinity here to restart, to recreate this foolishness here. And that's going to fail tremendously, because it seems like, and this is just an example, let's just say you're from Cincinnati, Ohio. Again, this is just an example, right? And let's just say they went to Poughkeepsie, New York, or they went to Evansville, Illinois, or something like that. Like they cross city, towns, or state lines here to create more egregious reports here, but all they're doing is just they keep digging their grave. Yeah, they just keep digging their own grave here, digging it further and further and deeper here, because this is going to get them caught up, and they don't even realize this. They feel like because if they go to a whole new place or city or vicinity where no one knows them, that these, we'll say cops or private investigator or detective, if you will, that they're going to go dig deep in regards to what they said about you, and it's going to create or recreate another internal investigation. So there's like 2 investigations that's going on right now. Please keep in mind, this is a collective read. Not everything not going to resonate with you. Take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? But there's like heavy like police activity that surrounds the collective energy at this point. People are doing and digging, profusely looking into your background and watching you with a fine teeth comb, and just kind of inconspicuously placing themselves in situations or positions where they may not think you're able to pick up on. But I feel like for whoever resonates here, you've been picking up on, I wouldn't call it an eerie feeling, but you just know that something's off, and you feel like you could be watched, or you feel like someone is tugging at you, and you are absolutely right, okay? There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be scared of or anything like that. Just let them do what they got to do. Let them do their job, okay? Because you're going to be the victorious one in this. And that also bothers them because you're so cool, calm, and collected. Well, again, like I always say to you guys, if you know you didn't do anything wrong, you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have anything to worry about. And that's what they're confused about, because they want you to worry about lies. For what reason? If it's not the truth, then don't worry about it. Yeah, there's a backup plan. They went to a different town or a different vicinity here, then where no one knows them, to see if they can, but it feels like let's just, like I said, let's say they're in Ohio and they went to Illinois, and the Illinois, let's just say Illinois Police Department here took their information or whatever, and they started to do their research. Well, now they got a ping back from where they originally lived, or their originally town, or where they created their original first report, and it's creating a trail that runs back or goes back to them. That's why I keep saying you ain't got nothing to worry about. This is why they're feeling taunted. How do you know these things? Why does it matter, Karmic? How we know what we know? Why does it matter? Why do you keep thinking that you can beat and subdue the collective? That's number 1. Number two, why do you keep feeling that your darkness won't be exposed? They're not important in life. Clearly, they're trying to make themselves more important than what they are, but they're not important at all. They're not. Which is why they're trying to position themselves as if they are, but they're not. And they're infuriated with you and absolutely upset and disgusted by you because you won't give them the time of day. Well, that sounds like a them problem. Sounds like a personal problem for them. Who cares? They just making this worse on themselves. Yeah, on a world stage. Okay. And the lies that they said towards this, we'll say department or precinct here, the right person in the precinct or department or detective or private investigator here has realized that they poisoned the case, if that makes sense, meaning the individuals or group of people that created this elaborate thing that you're a bad person, you need to be locked up, and you're a danger to society and all this foolishness, and which is not true here. But it's putting them in a position here where a detective here is realizing that those individuals here are not right in your head, and this is what is causing a even deeper internal investigation. Let them do it. Yes, this is why you'll be celebrating at the end of it all. They're lying towards you with poison. They're lying about you towards others with poison, or they're trying to poison your character. They're trying to poison who you are, and they're a devil in disguise. So people have questions, but they refuse to answer the questions. They don't want to be Radio Shack. Remember Radio Shack? You got questions, we got answers. Yeah. Radio Shack was very, very prominent back in the maybe 70s and 80s. I think it came out in the 80s, but correct me if I'm wrong. But I remember Radio Shack in the 90s, okay? You went to Radio Shack for everything, all types of electronics and batteries. Yes, you did. That was the top tier of everything electronic. But anywho, here, they refuse to answer the questions that they actually created. They created this whole conundrum of foolishness, but they don't want to be in it. I don't understand that, bruh. I don't understand it. So you got cold-hearted here, and then they're doing spell work, or they have done spell work, or projections on the person that they complained about you to. So a detective or a police officer here. Like, what? So they need the lie to stick, and they need that person to be on their side. So now they're trying to twist how they perceive or how they see the whole situation here, so that way you can be locked up. For what reason? You're being locked up for speaking the truth? You're being locked up for being authentic? Make it make sense. Tower moment. I'm hearing the name Aniston, Anniston. Someone's name could be Annie or Anna. Franklin, Frankfurt. Frankenstein. Maybe you want to be Frankenstein for Halloween. Halloween could be your favorite holiday. Tabitha. The color yellow is popping up. Also, the color gray is popping up. Someone's name is Grace. 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 I'm hearing the metro. You could be taking the metro going north, or the train going north. You could be traveling north somewhere. You're going to get a confirmation about this. Yes, you are. That your hidden agenda is not so hidden. The agenda is basically to shut you up. Well, why do they need other people to shut you up? If they're so powerful that they keep claiming to say that they are, why do they need other people to do this? That's my thing. Hey, boo, what up, sis? Hey, Mooly with the Toolie, what up, sis? If that makes sense. Emotionally exhausted. The time they can take to invigorate life into their life is the time they take to try to destroy yours. As I mentioned to you, there are some people that love you so much, or yeah, there are some people that love, they like to mask their hates as a form of love. Just hear me out here. But there's some people that are so obsessed with you that they're willing to destroy their life to destroy yours. It's a love-hate thing, and they can't get out of it. To me, that sounds like bipolar, if you ask me. One minute they like you, one minute they love you, next minute they despise you, they detest you, and then they hate you. Well, which one is it? I don't understand how you could be around someone that you like and then hate at the same time. What is that? It don't make sense to me, but what it say? What it say? It say mental illness. It is. It is what it is. And they stressed out because they're going to be made to look like the fool that they are. So no one believes me? No, heifer. Nobody believes you. You look like a plum fool, Karmic. That's why we're laughing at you. Remember that movie, Carrie? They're all going to laugh at you. But ain't that what they wanted? Oh, man. Whew. Okay, y'all. Y'all, some, not all, everybody can resonate, but for the one that can resonate, man, family can really, really do you dirty, man. And you're going to have to take family how that resonates for you, okay? You can even consider friends as family. But again, take it how it resonates. But just the diabolicalness as to how people that you may consider as family, just to how downright dirty and nasty and grimy that they could be towards you, when you just literally just wanting to be walking in your truth. It got me in tears. And they think because they stick together, this is how they think or perceive. Well, if we stick together and it's just them, there's no way that they're going to find out. And there's no way that they can beat us. But you're using other organizations and entities to feel powerful. There's no power in that, bruh. You don't like a person, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to call the cops on the person that you don't like. Okay, what did they do? They didn't do anything, but I just don't like them. So you're wasting time, you're wasting energy, and you're wasting precious resources for individuals that actually need the services and the resources. Does that make sense? And they should be fined for this. They really should. They should be fined for what they're doing towards you. And I hope that they are. Because this don't make no damn sense, child. They unloyal. There's some people that use courts and use, judicial systems, police systems, things of that nature to feel powerful, more stronger than you. To try to keep you in a stuck space, or to keep you railroaded, or to railroad you to make them feel something that they're not powerful. This is why they're losing money, or they have lost money or financial success. There are people that pay buku a lot of money just to make sure that you don't succeed, or to make sure that you're not able to pull through or push through. That's not an illness to you, for real. That that don't scream illness to you guys? Seriously. Oh my God. As I mentioned to you guys, think of the world from a mental space or a psychological space. Perceive the world as such. And not everyone's mind is healthy if you're able to look at it from that perspective. We have toxic family here. Not all individuals that are going through some form of a mental instability is a harmful person. I want to make that very clear. I'm specifically speaking about the ones that do have mental instabilities. They know that something is wrong or off with them, but they use that as a form of an excuse to do harmful or foolish things towards other people. Those are the individuals that I'm specifically speaking about. Because the moment that they get caught is the moment they want to claim that they're insane or they have a mental something. And despite them having that, they're still aware as to what they were doing because they were very intentional for years. So you mean to tell me you have a nasty karmic an individual or a group of individuals, or sorry, an individual or a group of people here that sees the world in a different way. They see the world in a very negative way. You see the world in a very positive way. Y'all on two different sides of the spectrum or aspects of things here. They don't like your positivity. They think your positivity is annoying. They think your positivity is weird. They think your positivity is completely different, and you must be stopped because you refuse to be in line or you refuse to conform to their inauthenticness. Yeah. Toxic family, like what? What? Working hard, trying to get you evicted from places, from jobs, from life in general, from yourself. That makes sense? Like what the It spent a lot of money in court on lawyers for a witch hunt. This is a witch hunt. It is. And they have to pay for that. Not even have to, they are. So these brokies are suffering in silence and don't want no one to know what they done to you. Well, oh well. They don't have a say in regards to how you express yourself. They don't have a say in regards to how you're going to live your life. However way you feel you need to live your life. Live your life, period. Ain't that what Rihanna say, live your life? Is it her? Live your life. Hey, ain't that her song? She was with somebody else, Rihanna and somebody. I think T.I., I believe. We have anger issues here. So now they're so flabbergasted and they're so irate and they have the little reptile. Oh, look at me, I'm so angry. Roar, you won't listen to me. Roar, you need to stop what you're doing. They look like freaking fools. That's how they look. Reptar with the short arms, the stout arms. That's how they looking out here, like a damn freak. People looking at them like, what the hell wrong with you? Oh, it's the collective. They're taunting me. Taunting you how, Karmic? How, heifer? Wait. Cody Bell says on TikTok like an angry Barney. Not an angry Barney, and we all know Barney is supposed to be this loving character. But you saying it and me picturing it, yeah. Oh man, I love you. You love me. Who never? Come on, I know y'all watched Barney before, okay? So So this and rah and yaw is not working. So now they're in a place of self-doubt. And it's like, well, hey, I'm trying to get your attention. Hey, I'm yelling at you. Hey, I'm screaming at you. And you're like, go away. They're like a fly. Go away. Dang, you make this person feel like this. And this is a understatement. You make this person seem very small. You shrink everything about them to the point of no existence. And they just, what the fuck are you is what they want to know. What are you? You are handsome. You're beautiful. You are that damn person in your life. You're going to be very successful, whatever it is that you put your mind to, that you put your intentions to. You're intelligent. You're exquisite. You're confident. You're all those great things that they can't be, which is why they keep asking, well, what are you? Don't worry about it, heifer. Catch up. See? Competition's in reverse, okay? Catch up, Karmic. Boogity boogie boo boo. That's why this liar feels stuck. Didn't they say things in the night go bump or oh man. This liar is stuck in their lies. Can't use love, they use hate first, and now when the hate's not working, now they want to come and love you. That doesn't make sense. They hate you first, they use hate to keep you encapsulated, to keep you stuck, and when they didn't realize you got unstuck from the hate that they have towards you and you pour love into you, now they're trying to flip the script and they're trying to come back towards you with love. How does that work? You hate me first, stay with that. Just stay with that emotion for the rest of your life. I don't care. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care if you hate me. Just stay far the fuck away from me, because that's the energy and emotion that you're going to have to sit in. And the more that people sit in a form of hate or a form of animosity, whatever the case may be, they're going to break themselves down physically. Yes, they are. They're going to get sick. This is how stress and this is how other ailments starts to creep up on others when you hold things or you have grudges towards people. I don't have a grudge towards anybody. I sure don't. Specifically, especially for the ones that has caused some form of harm towards me in my life. I'll use me as an example. I hold no grudges because I don't care. I let it go. So since I don't hold any grudges here, I'm not going to put myself in a position where I become sick or ill because they want me to hold that sentiment of a grudge towards them. I don't hold any grudges towards anybody. I don't care if you don't like me. That's a them issue. That's not a me issue. I love me. I'm going to pour into me and to the individuals that are around me. And that's all that matters to me. I could care less about them people. They want you to match their vibe, which is inauthentic. An authentic person would never be able to match a person's vibe that's inauthentic. You will clash every time, man. Every time you will clash. And I'm not clashing with anybody. Look at life in this way. You have no competition. There is no competition when it comes to you, because you are that person. You're going to always be the one. You're not the two or the three. You're going to always be the one, which makes you the originator, the creator, as to however you see fit for your life. And knowing that you are the only one and the number one in your life, there's no competition that you should worry about. There's no rivalry. Be aware, but don't allow that to be a part of your life, if that makes sense. Yeah, you're going to have competition. You're going to have rivalry from people that won't even feel comfortable to let you know that they are in competition with you or they're trying to rival against you. So do it really count? Does it really, really, really count? Because they got to do it behind your back. And the moment that you see them and you expose it for what it is, and I never just, Okay? So it just doesn't make sense to be a part of something when they can't even face you in regards to how they feel about you. It don't make sense. They can't even tell you why they don't like you. Why don't you like the collective? Well, why don't you like the collective, Karmic? Why not? Hey, Dominique, why not? Hey, Tammy, why not? Your intuition is spot on. I don't like him because I don't like him. Okay. So you don't like someone because you don't like them? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Does that make sense? This is a southbound express train to Karmicville. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Bing bong. Bray is in reverse. Okay. Toxic is upright, child. They're trying to pray away. They're trying to pray away that people see them as toxic. You can't pray, and I'm going to use this as a general statement. You cannot pray about something without intentions or without action. If you're going to pray about something or wanting to manifest something, wanting to create something, wanting to generate something, there have to be action behind the prayer or the manifestation, the mantra, however y'all do y'all thing. There has to be action coming after the prayer, if that makes sense. They just want to sit there and mope and pray about negativity and how the world don't love them. Well, the world's not going to love them if they don't love themselves. Okay? They're not going to feel wanted or loved if they're not putting that into themselves. So how is it that they're trying to pray on your downfall and the action is not connecting to what they're trying to pray for? They want you to fall. That is not your portion. It's not, and it would never be. Again, you are not here to be failures. I'm speaking directly towards the divine collective. That's who I'm speaking to. You are not placed here on earth to be a failure, because you are not a failure. To hell with what other people say about you. You know deep down inside, and if you don't, I'm going to tell you right now, you are not a failure. I'm going to say it 2 more times for it to stick. You are not a failure. 1 more time. You are not a failure. You are a success. You are a success story. You are authentic. However that resonates for you, step into your authenticity. Live in the truth that you see fit for you, not anybody else. To hell with what other people think of you. We don't care about that. We care about how you feel about you, or how you feel about you. You are a success. You are confident. You're going to do great things. You're going to do superb things. You're going to do phenomenal things, because who said so? You said so. Not them riffraffs, boo. You hear me? Not them. You. So, knowing that you are successful or going to be successful, knowing that you are confident or you are becoming confident, they can't handle that. Again, that's a them issue, not a you issue. Okay? Could be a Libra, however it resonates, okay? All right, Libra. Take that out of rest. Could be a Libra friend that don't like your shine. We don't give a flying rat's ass what you don't like about the collective. Libra toxic friend, we don't care, boo. We don't. Okay? You're the one that's struggling. They're trying to plot towards you and they're struggling, and the last place that they're going to be is in jail. Okay? So let them keep doing what they're doing. That's narcissistic in nature. I never understand the whole meaning of friends. Like, I'm a very, y'all know my energy. I'm very bubbly. Like, hey, yo, hey, hi. That's just me. But I could never understand how someone don't like a certain type of personality or characteristics surrounding you, generally, collectively speaking here. And it triggers them to no end, but yet they still have to be around you, but yet it triggers them to no end. That's glutton for punishment, if you ask me. A glutton for punishment. Someone's name is Corinne, or Cecilia, or Cecil, or Cecil. Someone's name is James or Jameson. Maybe you drink Jameson. I believe that's whiskey or bourbon. One of them, child. Maybe you just took a shot of whiskey or a shot of bourbon. Okay, however it resonates. Maybe you're what do you call that? Bartender. Okay. Stuck energy. Hey boo, Captain Cooks. Hey, what's up, boo? Shocking message. You are worthy of your healing. You deserve to live a great life. You, Divine Collective. Don't take that away from you. Don't minimize your greatness because somebody feels like you shouldn't be. Who cares? Don't minimize your greatness. Don't minimize who you know that you could become. And that's something freaking phenomenal, freaking great. 100%. Could be a Capricorn. However it resonates, could be a narcissistic Capricorn. Yep, I did say James. Yep. Yes, ma'am. I said James. Yes, yes, yes. So his name is Petunia. Petal or Petal. Quincy or Quasi. Quasi could be with a, I think, a Q or a K. Either way, I heard the name Quasi. Okay? Someone's name is Demeter. This is going to end in some form of publicized public forum, the world, social media, them going out of handcuffs for the ones that are left to be in handcuffs. And there are going to be some individuals that tend to kind of like ixnay themselves, okay? Because it's too much pressure. It's too much pressure, but yet they're the one that created the pressure. How is it that someone can create a pressure in their life, but they don't know how to release the same set pressure that they created in their life? So then why are you creating things that you can't get yourself out of? Make it make sense. Yeah, you are the magician in your life. You are. And they're seeing that. And they're afraid. Because they made sure and they set up bountiful traps to ensure that you would never get out. Seven of Swords. That's the confession. It's like the divine power, divine source finally puts you in a position here to show you the real you, which is the authentic you. And they can't handle the authentic you. Let's see. Okay, perfect. We have the Death card here, celebrating. Wow. Death and Four of Wands. Okay. Now do you regret? Okay, now they in regret here, child, and they are afraid because they know that their freedom has been compromised. Well, I mean, they're the one that compromised their freedom trying to come up against yours. So because they don't feel free, they got to put you in a space where you don't feel free. Negative. Help is in reverse. It ain't working. It ain't working, okay? It's just not working. It's not working at all. You're cool, calm, and collected. As you should be. You're cool, calm, and collected. Collective. 7 could be your favorite number. You could be born on the 7th day. You could be born on the 23rd day. You could be born on the 20th day, the 2nd, or the 17th. Take that how that resonates. But they're under a lot of spiritual warfare. That's no secret. Like the guy on Martin said with the kazoo. Pick up the pieces. Yeah, they need to pick up the pieces. They can't even find the pieces that they place on this so-called game of life or chess game. Not even chess game. They're playing checkers or they're using checker pieces on a freaking chessboard. That don't even make sense. That don't make sense. You can't put checker pieces on a chessboard. Trying to rig your life. No, absolutely not. The hell? I gotta get a kazoo. I'm gonna get me a kazoo. I'm gonna go Amazon. Watch. And I'm gonna practice it too, okay? Yeah, Chinese checkers. Yes, for real. Submission. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. Submission and message of warning. Yeah, they refuse to submit because, to be honest, they're going to have to submit to you. And some of you guys may trigger you to not be able to receive that, and I understand. But I put it from this perspective here. You cannot be beaten by these individuals. I ain't talking about the whole world. I'm specifically speaking about these individuals that feel that they're much stronger than you. They are not. They're not stronger than you, specifically if they're behind your back. There's no strength in that. Calling other people and gossiping and bringing other people on board to make themselves look bigger like a school of fish. No. So y'all do notice that when a school of fish comes together, there's always a bigger prey or predator that can swallow that school of fish, i.e. a shark, a whale, a beluga whale. There are many different types of whales. You are the whale. And you swallowing these MFers whole. Okay? So submission and message of warning is in reverse. You operate in love, not hate. And they're scratching their little Peabody brain. What do you mean? What do you mean they don't? We don't operate in hate over here. We operate in love, okay? We celebrate life. That's love, okay? That's why they're going through this karma, whiplash of karma. Y'all remember that ride? It's a circle, and you get on it, and you have like a seatbelt or a buckle that buckles across your stomach or your chest. And it literally goes in like a circular moment, but you're standing up, so it's like your back is against the wall, and sometimes the ride kind of slants. But if you move, you ever got into, I don't know the name of that ride. I guess it's the Graviton. I guess that's the name of it. But when you get on that ride and it starts to get pretty fast, or the momentum starts to speed up. You ever had a moment where you try to kind of like move your arm or move your neck, and when you try to, the gravity holds you down so hard. Like when you try to move a part of yourself, it hurts. Yeah, that's them. Graviton, okay? Yeah, so you're trying to move your neck, but when you move it, you get like, it starts to hurt you. That's what's happening here. They can't. So you're like the Graviton. I'll even use that in that way here. You're the controller of this Graviton here. And it's like they can't get to you. They can't touch you. And every time they try to, they just keep getting, It ain't working. Oh, my goodness. Somebody making oodles and noodles, or you having some pho or pho. Someone's eating chitlins. I ain't judging them. Just telling you what I see, okay? Something with pork, or you may love pork, okay? And please don't get on here talking about some pork cake. Let people live life how they want to live life. If you don't want to eat pork, then you don't have to. Let people do what they want to do. It ain't gonna hurt you, okay? I don't like them type of monitors. Well, you should stop. Stop telling other people what they should or should not do. Let people live how they want to live. If you don't like it, move around. That's it. They want to eat their pork rinds or their pork. Let them. Leave them people alone, child. They ain't hurting you. Because I can hear it now. Oh, you shouldn't. You should. Somebody told me I shouldn't eat seafood. Why? Because it's a roach of the sea. Well, shit. I love me my crabs. I love me my seafood. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from eating that. Tis what it is. Okay? So they're learning. They're learning. They're learning here that they can come for you. And it just angers them even more. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let them take it up with source. Which we all know that they can't because they're not connected to the same source that you're connected to. So they're just a tumbling weed they're just tumbling. You ever even traveled? You may live in the West, or you may live in like the southern states, but like western states, like Arizona, New Mexico or so. And you're going to see that terrain much more different from like the north part of the states or whatever. There's more tumbleweeds out there. You may actually see like sandstorms, you know, stuff like that. And I feel like they're caught up in this sandstorm. That's what they are. Or that's what they're in. Love is in reverse. They have no love in their heart, which is why they could never, ever, ever be reunited with you. They did too much. So let them go back and talk to the cops and get their statements and whatever, however. Let them cue the cries and the false this and that. Let them do what they got to do. It's going to work well in your favor. Illumination is going to work well in your favor. Yeah, they're rejected. That's it. I'm not going to keep moving forward because it's just like beating a dead horse here, okay? But they're rejected. They've been ejected and rejected from your life. You know that and they know that. They don't like that, but it is what it is. We don't care what people outside of us don't like about us. As long as you feel comfortable with self, as long as you love you in the way that you need to love you, that's all that matters, okay? So it is what it is. We have Virgo. You could be a Virgo or they could be a Virgo. We have Sagittarius. You could be a Sag or they could be a Sag. There could be some form of a third party here that may try to slip something in your DMs, or if they're blocked off from you, they may try to use another person to give you information or evidence surrounding like screenshots from a group chat here. So be mindful of that, okay? I guess they're trying to use that as a form of trying to lure you in to argue or to fight with you, but it just doesn't make sense because you already know it for what it is. They can't carry news for you when you already know the news. It's old, stale news. Cancer, okay? You could be or they could be. We have Taurus. We have Virgo. Gemini. We're going straight to the wild, wild west. Could be a Pisces. You could be or they could be. And Scorpio. All right. So if that resonates with you guys, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Again, if you would like to be a part of the podcast, which is going to be a great, great positive movement towards healing. If you're open to it, I just ask that you please make sure that you have set some time aside to ensure that you're able to actually proceed with being interviewed on the podcast, okay? So I also have my books here. Thank you so much for joining me. Wisdom Beyond Wounds, and also Ink and Emotions, a poetry journal. They're both readily available for purchase on Amazon, okay? So if you feel led to do that, definitely go ahead. There is a class that's coming up surrounding wisdom beyond wounds that I'm currently working on. Also, there's a wisdom beyond wounds group if you feel open and led to be a part of. It's an open forum of healing. Y'all know me, I don't tolerate any foolishness surrounding negativity, okay? So if you feel comfortable to be open to heal in a closed, private, but forum or group space on in the Wisdom Beyond Wounds group, you're very open and welcome to come join us in that group, okay? Don't come over there with no victim mentality. I'm telling you right now, don't come over there with that. Don't come over there with no negativity either. We don't want no negativity in the groups. No negativity in the community. That part of our life is over. That part of our life is over. I would not entertain anyone's negativity. I'm just going to let you know right now. Okay, you want the healing, you want to do what you need to do, then make sure that you take, accountability for wanting to heal. If that makes sense. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You are truly appreciated. Again, as I mentioned to you guys, you are freaking phenomenal and you are freaking great. Go out there and be the best person that you can be. However that resonates for you, only you can make yourself be that successful person that I know that you can be. Okay, so if I know for sure you know that as well too. All right, I see the greatness in you guys. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Thank you. See you later. Thank you.